Can you see my screen clearly?
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Okay. Wow, it's quite lacking. Can you see the video clearly?
Yes, sir, we can see the video and hear it clearly as well.
It's smoothly, right?
Yes, sir, it's playing smoothly.
Okay, got it. Okay, let's go back to slides.
Participants, we will be starting in another 1 minute as we have a few more participants joining us.
Sure.
All right, I believe that we can start with the webinar. So, good evening, everyone. I am Jueria, your host for this session, and I would like to welcome you all to this webinar on diversity in tech, the transformative action to restore our planet, organized by the International Society of Environmental Relationship and Sustainability. We have our scientific partner, BioLeaks Worldwide, and the research partner, United Innovators. Once again, a warm welcome to all the participants and a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker of the day. Moving on, I would like to say a few words about our organizer, the International Society of Environmental Relationship and Sustainability. It is one of the world's largest non-profitable associations operating under the Technorite Research and Development Association, meant for research and development in the field of environmental sustainability and climate change. Shortly known as ISERS, it is a paramount body which has brought technical revolution and sustainable development on environmental planning, research, and management. It is a multidisciplinary association for professionals dedicated to the advancement of the environmental professions, a forum for information on environmental planning, research, and management, and a network of professional contacts and exchange of information among colleagues in industry, government, academia, and the private sector. It focuses on the social concerns of underprivileged groups and on the creation of a green economy to help realize its vision of sustainable development. Now that we have the formalities out of the way, I would like to welcome our eminent speaker for this session, who's Dr. Songpol Bunsawat. He's the founder and the R&D director of Riger Tech Sidin Bahad, Malaysia, Riger Tech USA LLC, Metaben Corporation USA. He has a PhD in environmental engineering from the Griffith School of Engineering. He has 15 years of tech innovator in the environmental field of experience. He's a research fellow in Harvard, an MIT boot camper in technology and entrepreneurial leadership. He's been a final contestant on the Shark Tank, and he's the founder of Tech Startup USA. He's been a key speaker at various national and international conferences. He's led a team of 83 to organize the company annual visit in Koh Chang Rat, Thailand. He's led a team of 60 people to organize an incubation of business and technology innovation presentation session in Yuao and Ningbo, China. He's an active United Nations volunteer and has coached the Fiji's government members, high commissioners, in relevant skills for case competition and consulted regarding solutions for waste problems. Doctor, it is an honor to have you with us once again, and we are really looking forward to your sessions. Your sessions are always knowledgeable and very informative with a lot of real-time examples. And we are expecting the same out of you as always. The floor is all yours, sir. Go ahead with your presentation.
Thank you very much, Fatima. My name is Dr. Song. Hello for everyone. Hello from Boston. Right now, I'm currently in the United States, quite early morning. However, today I would like to present the diversity intake, the transformation action to restore our planet. You guys can raise your hands and ask questions anytime you like. If we have the chat box, just let me know where you guys like hello or say hi from. That would be great. Thank you very much for having me today. Let's start with, although we have adopted technologies to automate roles, maximize productivity, and add more intelligence to our work of environmental protection, right? The perspective that I'm going to discuss with you today is just not the diversity in persons, culture, gender, race, and skin color, not just that, but the diversity in those related to technology development, the collaboration. It needs to be done because the significant percentage of the success, it came from lately, like in 2021, we see that most of the companies or organizations that have more diversity in, those differences of each location and capacity from each of the nations, we can collaborate and do better things. We are still missing a piece of the puzzle, technology diversity and inclusion on that. And the result is the technology and intelligence can create more stuff and able to create the right solution to tackle any problem for our planet. This is fostering innovation and creativity. It could skyrocket and restore our planet Earth. Do you know that the most diverse that the most diverse technology adopter are now is more likely than ever to outperform? What is the outperforming means? Like the performance of the work, it guarantee close to success. Less diverse peers on environmental improvement, is that enough? Not really. The diversity has been a hot topic over the past few years, and it has gathered favorable responses. The importance of the diversity in any development cannot be just overestimated. Let's say the past research says about 70% of the diverse technology are better positioned to capture and solve problems. For my field, I've been studying at Harvard University in Boston here, and the reality shows that the diverse environment or the technology diversion is the breeding ground for the creativity and innovation. As the diverse people, diverse researchers from all around the globe, the quality of the work is so much different. The difference in culture, background, the development could be up to a higher level. The orientation, the digital view, the perspective, the creativity, the spirit of the work come together. We make it work. Honestly, we can make it work. Now, isn't that a good recipe for the maximum technology development? That's the question. The agenda for the talk today, let me start with a quote. The secret to get ahead, one step up front, it's to getting started, doing something different. Okay, it is time to rethink about the way we do business. We run organization, we tackle problems, and re-strategize. It's the time. So the agenda of talking today will be the introduction about what we are focusing on now is diversity in technology. Why it's so important. The technology and problems currently regarding the environment from my view, why we're requiring this. Global problems is really happening, environmental problems, and West, especially West, because I'm specialized in the West solution, something worth talking about. The diverse collaboration, what does that mean, and how effective it is. The creative strategy can be implemented, how we do it, about us, and then also the closing thoughts, which is I want to gather more questions so I can answer that. Hopefully, I can answer go straight to the point. So now, why diversity is matter? Why it matters? Why diversity matters? This question has been asked for many years, and we keep affirming that there is the beauty in diversity itself. In so intuitively, we already know that the diversity matter. We know why, we know already, especially in business, running organization, the technology, or even in other field of solving problems. The diversity and inclusion in any workplace environment have gone beyond being just a politically thought correctly and following the crowd, and even for the emerging need. Over the years, it has become no longer just about age, gender, race, color, skin, location, culture. It's not just that anymore, but also it's about hiring a vast range of talents from all over the globe, right? So we can seeing that this talent can pump more value into the work collaboration to develop something good. In the old day, let's say 30 years ago, we all know by full our heart saying that the technology from Germany, the technology from European countries, always better. But why? Why is so better? But these days, the technology from India, from China, and other countries in Asia, even Thailand, Malaysia, they all come. It's compatible. It can be like in a big competition against those technology that claim they are the best from Europe. So homogeneously, environment cannot just foster creativity. We have to spread out and don't have to make it homogeneous environment. We have to incur or adopt it more the diversity um, um, in every angle, is to create the creativity, the variety, the ideas, innovation, and empathy in way that the diverse ones do. We have to go toward that part. The diversity brings innovation, ideas, creates more prosperous work environment to develop a better way out for environment, or even develop something for environmental impact to improve it. To explain this, we can see that Singapore, the Singapore, right? The country is the smallest country, doesn't have like one comparing to India or China. It's very small country, but the rank is so highest, one of the highest, let's say the highest in the world for transformation this. And it is currently recognized the world's most technology ready. Why? Because they accept and they adopted this mindset of have the diversity in people, in technology, accept other people's mind and thought. Singapore is a multicultural melting pot. We can mix and create a good recipe out of it. And this diversity has served as the asset for such a small island. Their GDP gone up really high because they adopted this thought in adding massive value through the innovation and disruptive technologies. They always open for that. It well integrated populace value, meritocracy, over race, gender, and religion, culture, accept people from around the globe. Ideas can be implemented and also aim to create the best technology development for the better world and solving problems. Right now, Harvard University, which is I'm really I'm working with them as a research fellow. The diversity is one of the key things that they always adopted, and they believe it's like let's say 20 years ago started. Diversity is not just a concept; it is an asset for both business and organization nations, and it can create a good solution for problem solving solution and even environmental protection, or we want to restore the planet. It has to come from that open mindset. So what exactly is the diversity in technology? You can see from my screen, we have developed so many things. Starting from 1950, we did like first produce plastic materials to drive economic gone crazy. The economy go really well, but the impact for the environment is going down. It's going up, but that makes that the quality of the environment is going down. See, 1953, for example, you notice that the color TV was launched in that year, right? And after that, not many years after, the Macintosh has become like very popular, has born. In 1990, World Wide Web has been exploded, and then it's so big, and every day everyone use that World Wide Web in everyday's life. But 1996, after I was born, let's say, there's an emerging issue that it's trigger like us as the researcher and the person who wants to do something good for this planet. Okay, I noticed there is an issue is really happening, but we need some solution for it. So yeah, and now also in 2022, lots of problems already occur. What's exactly? Let's make something worth talking about. The global environmental problems right now is really huge problem. Nobody can solve in any country, even in the US, in Australia, in those developed country, in European country. They are facing the same problems. I want to bring this up because it's the problems that if anyone can solve this, could win like world peace, like grand prize or whatever, like Nobel Prize for the world peace. um, you can see that plastic waste it's been invented 50 years or 60, 70 years ago, and still now we cannot solve even like one effectively, like dispose it effectively and environmentally friendly. No. The plastic lifespan is about like a little bit less than 500 years, and it takes very long time to dispose it. We have to select the right technology to handle it, but nobody yet can get it done well. We have lots of technology to do it, but with that, it's not quite enough. For waste, especially plastic, I'm not talking about any higher waste yet, because the plastic waste is look like it became like very environmental issue globally right now. 92% of all plastic waste end up in nature. Why I'm saying it end up in nature, because it always end up in landfill or in proper treatment. It could be end up at like in ocean and other places, like in the bush, in the forest, like this, right? 81% of food every day we eating are wasted. What does that mean? We are running out of resources as well. This is why Elon Musk wants to go to wants to bring us to next level, probably try to pursuing going to the another planet or something, just to get more resources going, whatever, to keep like our species like alive. 80% of waste are disposed with the improper waste treatment. Wow, that's the highest amount. It's getting higher because um, um, the world population is always growing. It never go down, always going up. Even people like get more educated. All right, so it is like something that we want to make it happen. So let's make something worth talking about. Diversity in tech to be used to solve global problem. Can we link that? Yes, it's a very high level topic that we've been discussed a lot at Harvard School, um, both school, Kennedy School, and also business school, because it involved in those, like, two categories. It could be a good business as well. It could be a good political running as well. So what is exactly is the diversity in tech? Diversity in tech can be divided into two perspectives. As I said, one is that just for the diversity in skin colors, how we're looking at each other, the performance from that one single person. If we can accept not just the um, color of skin, what else, race, culture, where you come from. If we eliminate those parts, keep it aside, and then you can probably moving forward to work with the talent. The diversity is all about bringing more perspective, create awareness to traditional homogeneous, be more perspective about it. Get out the side, don't have to be homogeneously like European countries. Collaboration, it can be all over the globe. These days we work online, we work like from anywhere, from any part of the world, and so the communication is so good. Why don't we just make it the diversity in technology or in business, like worthwhile to do it. Let's give a try. And often non-inclusive industry has been doing that too. Today, women and people of color lack of presentation. Most of it, let's say 90% plus. Um, from Google, we did some research here. The Google, for example, reported that just 5.5% of the new hire in 2020 were Black or have the colors of skin. It's really low. I mean, and just 6.6 were Latinos. This is the recorded from the report for the US only. It's very low percentage. I believe so that there is a so-called the diamond. Some people could be very talented, but they don't have opportunity to join or to do something good with a big organization. The diversity rates have been increasing over years, but not quickly enough. We have to push that so we can make more diversity in technology development, so we can tackle the problem in all angles at the same time. So it would higher the chance of solving that specific problem. Why diversity tech is so important? Yeah, you may wondering why diversity in tech is so important. There is a moral reasons, such as increased equality, for emphasizing the diversity in tech. But however, there are also important business reasons for promptly diversity in the workplace or in organization. Collaboration is important. If the gate or the door is open, I believe so that we can have like um, a good set of team that can tackle any problems. When the company organization have a diverse workforce, they can understand the users, the clients, the people more in that from that angle. The consumers today have a higher expectation of the product. The consumer or user themselves has a higher expectation on the services or the solution that meet their specific needs. That's the key, right? The diverse, it needs and preferences, so it comes. At the same time, employees or the workers or the researchers have a higher expectation as well for the workplace to be inclusive of their needs, and the value of diverse perspective, skills, and collaboration and experiences from any culture. They bring, they could be, it could be brought onto the table, and those people can bring it in. The world itself is overflowing with diversity. Without the diversity in tech, our tech-based world can't or cannot tap into the full range and riches of that diversity. There are many examples of companies who have created products or developed something or solution service without input from, let's say, gender, women, or people of color. This is bad for business. You know why? Women alone, for example, control about 20 trillion in consumer spending. That's high. That's very high. 20 trillion US dollars. Let me make a note on that. And the most interesting part is that women report that they feel majority undeserved. That's one key to that they were thinking that they were treated like right. This means that there is a huge opportunity for that company organization who make diversity intake a focus. There is a big market. There is the big like opportunity where you can tackle. Women probably can just give a good thought from her perspective. That isn't say that only women can create product for women. That isn't mean that. Or only black people can create product for black people. It doesn't mean that neither. All the skin colors in any colors. However, more representation from women will inevitably lead to better product for women because they understand the woman more. And more representation from people of color will lead the product or the solution that better serve in that location that needs their respective communities too. In addition, having a more diverse workforce, meaning diverse opinion, diverse backgrounds, diverse perspective, and diverse experiences, culture, everything else too. With the team of diverse employee or researchers, you will have access to more creativity, ideas. It could be a very good idea too, which wider skill set, the skill level will be expanded constantly too. Plus more diverse idea for solving business problem, which will help the organization grow in a short period of time. Another incredible benefit from the diverse intake is simply having more talent to choose from. We have more choices. Many tech companies focused on uh, recruiting on the traditional tech heavy metropolitan areas only. What about the suburb? The problem with the focusing hiring search on the cities such like San Francisco, New York City, Boston is its severely limit the option. Yes, of course. But if you open your hiring search to be like, and accept people from India, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, or some other places, around the globe, it will higher chance for the company to be succeeded. Company who prioritize the diversity intake should widen their search across the United States. Many talented individuals have no desire to or can't afford to live in traditional tech heavy cities. So we can work anywhere from the world. Right now, at Harvard School of Business, we have like the campaign called "Work from Anywhere," collaboration from anywhere. So right now, this means that the organization could be more opportunity to develop something good with a short period of time. We cut out like lots of unnecessary activities. This ensure that we could prevent ourselves from missing out on the very people who could bring incredible ideas, change, and grow to the company or organization. In addition, in these regions, companies who have greater diversity in tech are shown to have what? More engaged researcher, employee, and less turnover with more outperform. Diversity can be described diverse collaboration. Under this, it's just to ensure that the project follow best practice and utilize knowledge and skills, experience from those specialism outside of the environmental science. Awardees are working with communities group, equality, diversity, inclusion, EDI, practitioner, mentors, data specialists. This is just an example, and this is just to better understand the unique challenges that can create barrier to participation. It's the fact. How diversity and technology boost recovery and drive positive environmental impacts. Research. Researcher normally they need to do like tackle specific challenges facing environmental science discipline. Um, they also test effectiveness of the to approach the improved for the positive impact. Reliability would be involved. Transparency, corporate responsibility should be involved as well. In this slide shows that I brought out only 3 principles to consider innovative and diversity approach, right? Bring together individuals to raise the awareness, create perspective, perception of opportunity for increasing diversity within environmental science. We want to solve problems, right? We need to involve all this. Bring together individual skills such as executive leadership, entrepreneurship, customer centricity, safety, and reassurance to get projects going. In several activities, exploring the use of technology to remove barriers in environmental science. Research have been supported through a new hackathon-based funding approach called Tech Sprint. This is what we are doing now at Harvard University, Boston. I also enrolled into the program called Bootcamp at MIT, and that's really that was very useful platform that we can join from anywhere around the globe, and more than 30 countries entrepreneur from around the globe has joined. The percentage of acceptance really low, so I'm quite proud that I can get in and then try to bring out something good for this planet. The tech sprint itself encouraged a better understanding of how cutting-edge environmental technologies. Yeah, we want to do it in a short time period, right? Because it seems like the problems has been started 50 years ago and hasn't been resolved yet, especially on West. This approach focused on the collaboration in teams to develop a solution, not just a solution, but develop solutions and subsequently research proposal to tackle environmental problems, or at least give the positive impact to that perspective. I have a short video just to show you all about the technology that we've been doing it here in the US. Could give you some idea or enlighten you some ideas of how we can collect waste during the COVID era. We want to do something good for the local, so we came out with an innovation, and this has been adopted by the government of New York City. We've been working with many people from around the globe, Malaysia, Thailand. Um, I have some colleagues from India as well that have been working on this together. We create a platform that we can do or tackle the problem straight to the point and lack of what is it, unnecessary activities. The case for technology environmental perspective, we can see that lots of technology has been invented, not just the one that I did with MIT. Um, let's say the wind turbine can produce enough electricity to power up to 300 homes. We know that the 55 of the pollution come from that industry, which is like coal. Um, the fossil fuel can get like 4 times like the subside of the renewable. So lots of things really going on. So we just have to be open-minded on this. The diversity, let's come back to talk about the diversity again. The case for technology in environmental perspective right now, it is the money makes the world go around, while the technology helps everything else survive. It's a fact. Yeah, the technology helps everything else survive. The money is make the world go around. The economic growth really crazy, but the environmental impact is increased as well. And our life expectation. The technology also enable ways to solve problems properly and sustainably. Imagine an institution organization in this current generation, our generation. Without investment in technological infrastructure such as computer newly tools, virtual meeting platform, technology adaptation, what are the odds that such a planet would survive from or move forward, right? How can we moving forward? For environmental perspective, need this also. Next slide will show the role of the technology would in the world has become indispensable to the modern day life. Multinational organizations and businesses worldwide increasingly rely on the technology to drive innovation, strategy, growth, and competitive advantage to just survive. That's the key. How diversity and technology boost recovery and drive positive environmental impacts. Let's discuss over it. The most recent trends in the large company or organizations such as United Nations, it is the little progress in adoption of diversity and inclusion among the workforce. A study by McKinsey shows that the companies or organizations such as the United Nations with the most diverse workforce and technologies, including the executive teams, outperform their peers in profitability, or the output was increased by 33%. The study also reported that these outperforming companies, organizations in the top quartile, gender diverse company and organization, have more women in line roles of staff roles, which has resulted in outright financial outperformance, increased by 33%. Is that amazing? Yes. One of the biggest reasons of the diversity intake result in a higher profitability and success is that the technology needs a firm foundation and organization. The technology needs it. If the foundation is good and solid, diversity would help to ensure that we can reach our goal quicker than just normal way that we do it homogeneously with the local people, same structures, same cultures. This means the great opportunity for company to take company cultures, organizations culture that harnessed talent across the horizon to ensure various ways of creating new ideas and developing a unique solution and product to tackle needs and problems. Diversity and team performance are closely linked. The idea behind the increased diversity and higher performance team is that the more diverse of the team, the more it reflects its target audience. Not just the audience, it could be referred to, it more reflects its target goal or problems to tackle to, right? Let me repeat that. The higher performing team is that the more diverse the team, the more it reflects its target audience or goal. There have been cases of selectivity in some tech products or solution service, which has resulted in the product serving only a homogeneous audience. Having a diverse executive team would prevent this mistake as the team factors in all elements. As a result, the organization, such as UN, can become more empathetic, understanding in any problems, and ultimately create a better user experience to foster loyalty that drive long-term success or profitability if it's like company. Diversity isn't just about ticking the box. It has to be like fully adopted by heart, and effectively investing in technological infrastructure require an excellent team for maximum innovation. Let me repeat. In order to get the excellent outcome, we require to have excellent team to enhance or improve towards the maximum innovation. We can get variety of ideas, solution could be proposed, can be implemented. Diversity and technology are both assets to the society actually and to the business. So we can adopt these technologies of accepting the diversity of, into our organization. With the diverse team in place, companies, organization can have the much needed perspective to better understanding customer users, problems, evolving needs. If we know more, we can go straight to the point and fix that problem, right? The businesses, organization, not just the company outside of society. Instead, they are part of the society itself. They should mirror to cultivate innovation through diverse creativity, perspective. We need to create perception on that point. Don't miss out on emerging technology, and don't forget that the business needs a healthy company culture, also the organization, for innovation to thrive. That's the key. Project could range from investigating the cost of low diversity of environmental science development to using digital technologies or other things, or using platform to improve diversity and to improve the access of underserved researchers to ship time, reduce time, and increase the performance of analytical facility. Yes, the technology and how we boost it. The technology development boosts the world creativities and improve economics. Is that true? Yes, seamless technology and environmental relationship platform create personalized environmental experience for people to create perception. Perception is the keyword. For example, researchers can better connect with other people around the globe. But without technology, they wouldn't be able to do it. Track their activities such as the people perception across the platform. We can get two ways communication, not just spread out as the research paper and nobody ever read it. Automate some valuable messages to via communication channels. and create creativity to them incredibly effectively. That's how we boost it. You can read more of this in Tech Company Needs to Check Their Diversity Blind Spot. It's Harvard's business journal. As an aspect of the technology that currently transforming the face of digital marketing is artificial intelligence right now. With AI, you can automate learning, customer or user behavior. AI is one of the diversity as well. In tech, and generate insight that help you targeted marketing and improve your return on investment or in return of your work capacity by 22%. It seems that the technology alone has got all bases covered, which leave us with the question, with one question. What's the connection between diversity and technology in maximizing profitability or maximizing the success in any organization? Leave it only one question. The knowledge exchange. Following projects completion each year, innovator would be encouraged to share knowledge, good practice, good idea, and take it forward, learning. The diversity come in, you have more of this, more knowledge, more culture, more practice, more experiences, and more ideas. This could enhance to taking forward, right? Further, those involved in utilizing environmental technology to open up environmental science engagement will be encouraged to share their open source solutions such as apps and software platform online that we can exchange the knowledge, experiences to tackle just one particular problems or something that needs to be done. So at the end, we should consider to do something great things together. Let's do it. Let's do great things together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for that wonderful address that you have given us. Now, the floor is open for questions from the participants. You could unmute yourselves and talk to the doctor, or you could type it in the chat box and he would be more than happy to answer it through your chat as well. We have a raised hand from a participant. So, with your permission, Doctor, I am unmuting the participant.
Please go ahead. Thank you very much.
Mahadev Khair, you are unmuted. Please go ahead. We have a raised hand from Mahadev Khair. I have. You are unmuted, sir. Kindly ask your query.
I have done it.
Mr. Mahadev Khair, are you there?
Yes, I am speaking here. Hello, hi ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir. We can listen to you.
Yeah.
Thank you
I
very
am
much.
listening only the webinar only, not. discuss on this issue. I just want to listen.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So the floor is still open for any questions from the audience. Please remember you could type it on the chat box as well, and the speaker would be happy to address your questions.
It is quite important that we must adopt this concept. It would be good for everyone, and it also can create an opportunity for anyone who wants to achieve their goal quicker. If are there any questions, feel free to just I will leave my personal email here. If you guys want to be in touch, or are there any support or anything that I can help you grow your business or organization, I'm happy to help.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Mr. David. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. I have a question. Do you have a solar-powered incinerator at a small scale? I'm talking on behalf of my school. I'm working in an international school. We do produce some plastic waste, and instead of throwing it away, or leaving it to the improper way of disposing, if the school can afford to a small-scale incinerator powered by solar power. So what's your suggestion on that?
I'm happy to support you on that. I'll leave the email, and then you can contact me direct. How's that? Right now, I'm having projects around the globe. I have some sorts of fund that I can access. What school is that? It's a private school, or it's college, or it's
It's a private school.
It's a private school of engineering?
No, it's a high school, Kodaikanal International School.
Okay. Is it the location is in India, right, sir?
It's in India, yeah. Place called Kodaikanal. It's in South India.
Yep, sure. I mean, do you need any support on that, or what would you like me to help?
Yeah, currently we have a waste disposal system. We do segregate our waste, and then whichever can be recycled, we are sending that to the recycling plant close by. We like to have our own, kind of incinerator or recycling plant set at the school.
I see. What is your problems right now? I mean, you need to be in touch with some organization that can support you on the budget, or what is it?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we are looking for a budget, a cost-effective technology.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the cost-effective, I would say to burning plastic waste or something like that, it's not quite good, because plastic, it wasn't designed to be incinerated. If you burn it, it creates pollution, right? So there, technology, I think it's quite popular in the country, called pyrolysis, converting plastic waste into fuel. I think that one could be a good implementation for your school. Then you can get out product like output like diesel or something, which is very in a high demand right now, because the price going up, right? How much is diesel price in your country right now, sir?
Our fuel is around 100 rupees per liter.
In US dollars is how much?
It's $1.3.
Wow, it's increased recently, right? It has increased after the Ukraine war. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
I see. We could bring that. I mean, I have some channel. I will leave my email address here. If you need anything to for me to support, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help.
All right, yeah. You leave it in the chat box. That'll be great. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. My personal email address is here. Yeah. we can access lots of funding to do it. And actually, I have some projects in India as well with FOS from Australia. They have lots of they have a good connection there, so I'm happy to help, more than happy to help. But what they're
I don't
looking
see
at,
your email ID.
I put in the chat already.
Doctor, you have put it for the host and panelist. If you could change the option to everyone in the meeting, then it will be accessible.
Got it. There you go. Yeah, thank you for your time, by the way, because to do this, we need to collaborate, like,
Thank you.
yeah, to more people. And I believe the population in your area is quite high as well, right? You're looking at like how many people in your area in population size?
In our city, it's roughly 5 lakhs in Kodaikanal.
Okay. 500,000, right? Five
Correct,
lakhs.
correct. Yeah.
I'm not quite like, yeah, got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. For any other audience, if you have any questions regarding like, plastic waste pollution, feel free to just email me. I'm more than happy to just help, and probably we can arrange the Zoom to discuss more about this. My intention is to just get my the fourth or fifth plant in the US done, and then I will just go to India quite soon. Yeah, my target.
All right, I would like to request the participants, if you can, to turn on your cameras so that we could take a group picture. I repeat, if you can, if you could turn on your cameras for a few seconds and we could take a group picture here on Zoom.
Am I visible?
Not yet.
I don't have the option of turning on the camera.
All right, could I request the host to please provide the access so that everyone can see this one? I am requesting the host to turn on the option for our participants to share their cameras. All right, I believe in the meantime, as the host is working towards that, let me go ahead in giving the vote of thanks for the session. I would like to thank Dr. Songpol for your informative and knowledgeable session. As usual, you have delivered on our expectations of providing us with the latest and real-time based examples and information, which is very useful for us, and it is something to be thought of and something to be aware about. And I would like to start off by saying that on behalf of the International Society of Environmental Relationship and Sustainability, I would like to express my warm gratitude to the speaker for his presence and contribution in making this webinar more informative and interesting. The ISERS would like to extend its gratitude to the participants for taking time out to participate in this webinar. I would like to inform the participants that the certificate will be shared to you within 3 to 4 working days through your email. I repeat, the certificate and its details will be shared to you within 3 to 4 working days through your email, and it will be sent to the email IDs that you have used to register for this session. All right, I believe our host is having a few network issues, so as he has just informed me, but nevertheless, I suppose we always have it next time as well. Now, thank you so much, Dr. Songpol, for participating. We at IACRS hope to see you again soon for another wonderful session. And thank you to our participants for your active participation and your patient listening. We hope to have organizing a webinar for you once again. Until then, this is Julia, your host, and I am signing off for the day. Stay safe and take care, everyone. Have a wonderful evening ahead here in India, and to all those in the various time zones as well, have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you very much, everyone, for having me here. The organizer, should I leave now? Can anyone answer me, please? Organizer? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I probably have to leave now. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.